So we're back in the STi again, still working on getting this wiring mess sorted out. I've started to run the air lines. Yeah, I know it's super ghetto like I've said many times before. But yeah, these are the 1/4 inch lines. And I think in hindsight I probably would have routed these first, just because they've been a little bit more of a pain in the ass because you can't really bend them. So I've kind of had to like mold them around this big fat wiring harness that's already in there. One thing that I've noticed with this is these ports are labeled like front left, front right, blah blah, but they seem to crisscross over each other. So I'm not sure if I put the front left going to the front right, if that would screw it up, or if they have to go exactly where they say to go. But it's gonna turn into a little bit of a mess just because they're gonna kind of crisscross like this if I go following the instructions. I mean, this line here, this is just the exhaust, and it just goes down. And down here, oh, you probably can't see. Yeah, there's a rubber plug down there, kind of similar to before, that I routed the water trap vent to. So yeah, it just exits the car. Works pretty good like that. Just gonna get the front passenger line routed, and then get the 2 rear lines kind of just routed to the back wheel wells here. And then I'm hoping next weekend will be the big thrash weekend where we get all 4 struts off, install all 4 air struts, and get this thing going up and down. So there we go, there's the front passenger airline run. This one going straight in here. And you can kind of see what I mean now if you follow what the ports are labeled. The lines cross over like that. So it kind of makes it not very clean. But using these little clip things here, tried to do the best that I can. These things are just little electrical wire ties. You can get them at Princess Auto for pretty cheap. And these ones are 1/4 inch for the 1/4 inch line. And you can see the line here run down through here. It's actually pretty handy because there's these little clips here that this line clips into. And I've just run it up there and give myself lots of slack. So I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go through. Well, I know it's going to go through that grommet, but I don't know exactly how much I need. So better to have a little bit more length to it than be too short. And one thing that's pretty critical with this, since these are like push to connect fittings, is to have a good clean cut. So you want to use this, which is supplied with the airlift kit. You definitely don't want to use scissors or side cutters or something like that, because you're just going to get a mangled end and it's not going to fit in here nice and snug. So that's definitely one thing that you want to make sure to do when you're routing these lines. And also to not bend them too hard. I think in the instructions it gives you a minimum radius that you can actually run them, so make sure not to kink them, and make sure to have clean ends on your cut. So there it is. There's all the airlines kind of routed to where they need to be and plumbed into the manifold. And definitely after running these plastic lines, it kind of solidifies my decision to want to get some hard lines, because I mean, it looks kind of cool, kind of like an octopus, but it's definitely not clean and it looks really ghetto. So showing this off is going to be kind of I don't know, people are going to kind of look at it and be like, what the fuck is that mess? But whatever, it is what it is for now. And yeah, hopefully the next video will be actually putting in the struts.